وفقهنا في الدين. اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا وعملا متقبلا ورزقا طيبا. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Let's start what we have done before. Ayah number 40, Surah Albaqra. I think you have opened the Musaf, right? You are with me, right?
Yes.
Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 40, Ya Bani Israel. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in this ayah, Allah is saying to Bani Israel, remember how many blessings I have given to you. I showered you. And what did you do? So before, in the past, we have not seen what type of blessing, which blessing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to Bani Israel. But today's lesson and onward, we will see how many blessings, what were the blessings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed Bani Israel, and instead of having blessings, what they have done. Last lecture we have seen that Bani Israel, they knew about Prophet ﷺ, Quran, but they didn't tell to the people because they wanted to be a superior person. This was only worldly benefits. So what to ayah wala tashtaru bi ayati, ayah number 41, because of only worldly benefits. What they were doing, ayah number 42, talbisul haqq, they were hiding the truth and mixing the truth, so they didn't tell to people. Then Allah subhanahu said to Bani Israel, go to Muslims, go to Prophet ﷺ and pray along with them, right? Then we see in ayah number 44, atamuruna an-nas bil birri, you are commanding people to do good, but in fact you are not doing good. This is the point you were saying to me, Hadia. So double standard. In fact, you know everything, but you are hypocrite. Then ayah number 45, Allah subhanahu says that if anyone, this is, Quran is for everybody, every time and always. If someone feel any problem, so always take help from this sabr, patience and salah. And Allah subhanahu say that this thing, to obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, pray and space, doing patience and believing Allah and for sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is not difficult. Only it is difficult for those who don't believe that one day they are going to, meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So ayah number 46, we have alladina yadunnuna annahum mulaqu. So if someone know that we are going to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how it come? Our actions are not changed. Our speech are not changed. If you come to know you are going to meet someone, how you're dressing very nicely, you are thinking very nicely, what type of talk I'm going to do, what gift I will give that person. So see, in the world, for the people, these are our actions. What about meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So this is we have to check ourselves. Are we, what we are doing? One day we have to meet. तो الذين يظنون أنهم ملاقو ربهم وأنهم إليه راجعون, where they are going to return, they will return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this was a lesson we have seen in Bani Israel, and today little more interesting inshallah with the history, especially firauon. We will see his history little bit. So first we are going to see translation, and after that, after translation, we have to see running translation, word to word translation, then running translation. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 47. Ya Bani, O children Israel, O Israel, udhkuru, remember, ni'mati, my favor, allati, that which, an'amtu, I favored, alaykum, upon you all, wa anni, and that indeed I faddaltukum, I gave you all preference, ala, over al-alamin, the world. So what is the translation? And the translation is, O children of Israel, remember my favor that I have bestowed upon you, and that I preferred you over the worlds. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you have a look on ayah number 40, look at ayah number 40. Do you have a Quran, or look at screen? Ya Bani Israel, Ya Bani Israel, اذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم. Same. And now ayah number 47, again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the same word, Ya Bani Israel. Remember, again, don't do this thing. Like we say to our dearie one, oh, don't do this one. Please don't do. Remember, see how we were close friends. Like parents say, think about how much I love you. Or if you said your sisters or siblings, think about. So Allah subhanahu again reminding, Ya Bani Israel, Ni'mati allati, remember my blessing I gave you, blessed you. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again and again say to Bani Israel, remember my blessings. Remember my blessing I placed upon you. وَأَنِّي فَضَّلْتُكُمْ فَضَّل فَضَل Urdu make it fazal, fadal. So it is a special favor. Allah says that I gave you special favor over whole mankind. If you recall, we have studied how can be person, we can say special. They were more religious because religion was in their hand. Many prophets, they came in Bani Israel, and the books came into Bani Israel, and very knowledgeable people they were, right? And many blessing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did it, and it's said, we discussed, for more than 4,000 prophets came from Bani Israel. So Allah, and many blessings we will see, one of them, one or two we'll see today as well. So Allah preferred over whole mankind. So what are you doing, Bani Israel? Remember what I did with you and what you are doing. So this is the point, that if Allah bless someone, so our action should be that we should be obedient, we submit. But it shouldn't be that we shouldn't, the person should be, unthankful. If someone give you something to you, what do? You say thank you. Jazakallah khairan kathira. Isn't it? We have to say it in the return. Or sometimes you are going to give the gift of appreciation, or something, another thing you want to give in return. But what about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Bani Israel, Allah again and say, oh Bani Israel, look at, I faddaltukum, I preferred you over whole mankind. Remember your blessings. Remember many thousands of prophets came to you. You have books, and what did you do? If I ask you, like for Daud, which book Daud Allah subhanahu gave to Daud? Which book Allah has given to Daud? Zabur. And what about Isa?
Injil.
Yes, good. And Musa? Torah, very good.
And the Prophet Muhammad, the Quran.
Yes, shabash, good. Next ayah number 48. Wattaqu, and you all safeguard yourself from yawma, a day on which la not tajzi, it will compensate, nafs, any soul, and from is substitute for nafs, any soul, shay'a, anything, wala, and nor yuqbal, it will be accepted, minha, from it, shafa'ah, any intercession, wala, and nor yu'khad, it will be taken, minha, from it, adl, any compensation, wala, and nor whom they yunsarun, they will be helped. So what is this? What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in ayah number 48. And fear a day when no soul will suffice from another soul at all, nor will intercession be accepted from it, nor will compensation be taken from it, nor will they be aided. So what is this one? We have to see. Wattaqu yawma, fear the day, which is this one day is the day of judgment. Allah subhanahu say, وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا لَا تَجْزِي نَفْسٌ. No one will help you on that day. If in the world, what happened? If something happened, so you are quickly go to your parents. I need this one, or I need help from, need help in any issue, any matter. But in the qiyamah, in the day of judgment, no one will help you. Your parents, our siblings, our friends, our dear ones, our children, everybody will be busy about their thinking about themselves. What will happen to me? Their matters, whatever the action they did in this dunya, they have to give answer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So everybody was worried, what will happen to me? you know so there's no friends, no parents, no siblings, no brother, sister, whatever you call. In this world we ask to them for help. وَلَا يُقْبَلُ مِنْهَا شَفَاعَةً. If you say that someone will come and request Allah, like in dunya, what happened? Something happened. For example, you are in a school, or maybe situation comes. Your parents come to talk to your teacher. Oh, leave it, my daughter. Excuse her because it's the first time mistake happened. It happens. Sometimes parents call to teachers and don't do. Not next time she will. Okay, like this one. But in akhirah, no one will intercede. No one will come on your behalf to say, oh, she's my daughter in dunya, she did wrong thing, but now it's okay. She'll be fine, she will do good deeds. At that time, Allah will say, only I gave you the time in dunya. Akhirah is the for result. Like we give the paper, and we put a lot of efforts in paper, and after that, time is over, and you're waiting for result, right? You are waiting for presentation, your assignments, right? So this will happen in akhirah. So no one will come to
Yes.
shifa. There yu'khadhu minha adl. It will be taken from it compensation. And if someone say, Allah, I give you money or something, please leave me. If I've done this mistake, I done this mistake, please leave me. If someone try to give the ransom to Allah subhanahu, it will not be accepted. Wala hum yunsarun. So no one will be helped. So what is the lesson? Only thing which help us in akhirah, and if I say this is a currency which will help in akhirah, this is our good deeds. The action we have to do in this world, only they are going to be help us. What type of good deeds do you think they are good deeds? For example, which good deeds we have to do? Hmm?
Mm, Pray.
Pray.
That's of course.
Hmm?
That's the main thing that's going to be asked. The first thing will be asked is if you did your salah on
Hmm?
the day of judgment. That will be asked. Then comes fasting. Then comes if you were good with your parents
Hmm?
and if you were kind.
Hmm?
Also, helping like in very small things is also counted as big in Islam. Even if
As
it's tiny, tiny things, they're still counted as good, even if it's just thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Remember the
the
basic
main,
rule. Yeah, wait.
yeah,
In this, I will stick here because still Manaya. Then I'll take you in another session. Remember these points.
yeah,
Remember one basic thing. Good deed is, if you are doing, two things should be in the good deed. One is you are doing for sake of Allah. For example, how? For example, your heart is not, you don't want to take a class, but you say, oh, Allah will be happy. I'm doing for Allah. So it is ibadah. Your parents, you don't want to listen, but if you say, Allah said that listen to parents, that is ibadah. Our parents are going to be happy, ibadah. If you come on the time and you say, Allah says that the Muslims are the who do the commitments and they fulfill, it is ibadah. If you drink a water, you know, and say Bismillah and the way Prophet ﷺ, used to do, then it is ibadah because you follow the sunnah. So two things should be in good deed. One is for sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and another is for according the sunnah, according the way Prophet ﷺ used to do. If these are things, this is ibadah. Backbiting is, jealousy is, arrogance is, egoistic manner, ill manners, and how people talk in publicly, they insult people, right? Many thing issues going on. Pray, action of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is concerned with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we are giving, one is hadith, the Muslim is that mafhum, from whose tongue and hands other person is saved. Tongue, like what happening to the tongue, backbiting and talking lie and other all things, getting angry, and with the hands sometimes stealing and fighting or many bad things, whatever you think about it. So this is Islam. Islam is so beautiful. Problem is we don't know. Let's inshallah talk later on session. We have to move another ayah quickly. Ayah number 47. وَإِذْ, and recall when najjaynakum, we saved you all, min, from ali, people, firauon, yasumunakum, they imposed upon you all evil, worst, al-adab, the punishment, yudabbihuna, they slaughter, abna'akum, your sons, wayastahyuna, and they keep alive, nisa'akum, your women, wafi, and in dhalikum, that all you all, bala, was a trial, mir rabbikum, from your Rabb, azim, a great one. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about this, which is the first blessing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did on Bani Israel. We have to see history, so I will touch here if we come to this ayah. Do you know who is Fir'aun?
Yes.
Yes, tell me.
He was in the time of Musa, that he was the pharaoh. He was like the king, the one who had everything that time. He was the worst man who had come on this world, in a sense, because he had done a lot of things.
Okay.
And
stop here. Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Next portion you have to talk. Yeah, Fir'aun, this was ancient, it is the title given to the kings of ancient Egyptian king. So people believe this person, actually this was titled Fir'aun. People believe that their king has a two designation. One is he is a political leader, another is they were thinking he is their god, or they have this king has the characteristics of God. So it was their belief. So these king or the nation of they were polytheistic. So now I would like to tell you about how Bani Israel went to Egypt. Do you remember we have discussed that Ibrahim had his two sons, Ishaq and Ismail. From Ishaq, the son was Yaqub alayhi salam, and descendant of Yaqub alayhi salam, they are called Bani Israel. Bani Israel, and what happened? Yaqub alayhi salam, he had 12 sons, from two wives. From one wife, Yusuf alayhi salam bin Yamin, and from another wife, there was 10 sons. Actually, Yaqub alayhi salam loved a lot to Yusuf alayhi salam, but other brothers were very jealous. It is written in the mention of Surah Yusuf. Whole story is written in Surah Yusuf. So one day what happened, they decided that throw his brother Yusuf alayhi salam in well. So they took and they thrown into the well. So what happened? Allah, any person in the world, they do anything. If someone want to harm us, but if Allah doesn't want harm us, no one can harm us. So he was thrown into the well. So what happened? Caravan, they were crossing from that track, and they stayed for search of water. One man came and they took away, Yusuf alayhi salam from well. So these people, what happened? They said, "Oh, he's very beautiful and handsome." He was little kid actually. They took them to Egypt and they sold there. When they sold, that was person, he was minister or something, the good designation. So this a long story short. So slowly, gradually, because of his character, manners, behavior, he was very good into give the solution of dreams. And one time in Egypt there was drought. There was and king saw one dream, so he gives prediction that we should do these things. So I don't want to go in a lot of detail because in a Surah Yusuf. So just wanted to say that his designation was now in a parliament, and he became a some good position, maybe minister or something. Then what happened one day? There was a drought. I mean, what there it was not raining in different areas next out of Egypt. So people, only Egyptian people, they had a food and grains and all things. So from far area, then people came to have you know um, buy the wheat and other things from Egypt. One day what happened, his brothers came to Egypt. When they came to Egypt, then Yusuf al-Islam came to know these are my brother. So there was between lot of things happened. Then he said the whole family to move to Egypt. One thing was Egypt was very prosperous area. There was no drought, and another thing was that of course Yusuf alayhi salam had a good designation there, good standard way of life they have there. So they moved. Yaqub alayhi salam moved from Palestine to Egypt. So of course with this slowly gradually they were very good in religion, and they have good say into the society. But that time, at the time, usually they're very religious people. But when time passes, generate one generation, another generation, then what happened? People left their religion. They came more into the world. The way we are doing now, we see in our in Muslims, it's happening. A lot of we are materialistic. We see dunya appearance, right? So it's same happening in that time. They were only the leaders and the religious people, what we have studied before ayah, they're hiding the truth from people and nations. So this is the thing, when they were very weak, so Pharaoh came and they started ruling here, and Pharaoh became here the rulers and king of this area. Now I connect to this ayah. This is a little one story I wanted to tell you how Bani Israel moved to Egypt. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remind here, Allah is saying here to Bani Israel that see my favor, that one day what happened, that I saved you from Ale Fir'aun. Al mean, you see, Ale Fir'aun, ayah number 49. We says, Allahumma salli ala Ale Ibrahim, Ale. Al mean, it is said actually, it applies to family, but it is a broader term we use. It's a family. Al means family, followers, companions, all we can say. But here Al mean the people, army of Fir'aun. Allah is saying that how I have saved you the punishment, slavery and hardships and oppression of Fir'aun. And what they were doing, Fir'aun, they were slaughtering the sons, and they're leaving the daughters. And it was a great operation, it was a great zulm that time, but Allah saved it. It is said at the time of Pharaoh, so Pharaoh came to know, someone predicted that there would be one child boy from Bani Israel who is going to kill you, and he will become king or something. So what happened? He started to killing, all the boys from in Bani Israel. So this was a little thing. This we will study more than. But the one blessing Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is discussing, that look how I have saved you from the oppression and the hardship of Fir'aun. Then ayah number 50. وَإِذْ, and recall when faraqna, we parted bikumul bahr, from you all the al bahr, the sea, وَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ, then we saved you all at once. وَأَغْرَقْنَا, and we drowned Ali Fir'aun, people Fir'aun. وَأَنْتُمْ, while you all تَنْظُرُونَ, you all look on. So what happened? Musa alayhi salam came. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told to Musa alayhi salam, go to Fir'aun, and this is all written in Quran. I'm telling you mafhum. Go to Fir'aun and give da'wah for becoming Muslim, like just worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But he said, where is your God? I am God. It's a lot of argument he started. So long story short, so he took a whole nation, Bani Israel, all people in Bani Israel. And what happened when Musa and whole Bani Israel, they wanted to run from slavery of Pharaoh. So they were just running. In the front there was sea, and on the back there was army of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh also himself. So Allah did a miracle. Allah parted the sea and to make that path into the sea, and they crossed the sea and went into the desert, right? And what happened? Pharaohs, they thought that we have to go from the same track and we will capture Bani Israel. But just they started to walk on the track, run on the track, then what happened? The track disappeared and they fall into the sea. This is a little about how Pharaoh was drowned, and that time Pharaoh said that I will believe on the Rabb of Musa alayhi salam. And remember, the time person is dying and say that Allah, I believe on you, that is not accepted. So every action, every word is accepted in this world. When we are alive, we are in action. Jazakumullah khairan katha. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give ability to understand Quran. Subhanallah, so beautiful. If we understand beauty, very, understand in a depth and apply in our lives, so it is effective. Jazakumullah khairan kathira. See you in the next portion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.